time to hit the hardwood for exciting high school basketball action on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potty.
Cameron is being escorted by Brandon and Charity Burton. Cameron has participated in basketball for 4 years and softball
Welcome to the
for 6
campus
years.
of West Carter High School. John.
She has also been an FBLA for 1 year, FCA for 2 years,
We'll join
homecoming
courtside
court
senior
candidate,
festivities.
and a Sweetheart court candidate.
Get back to you.
Her
as soon as
future
they
plans
complete.
are to attend Bellefonte Beauty Academy and become a nail technician. Cameron's favorite memory is when we stayed at an Airbnb for a tournament and Coach Con made us cookies, and I accidentally put plastic pans in the oven. We didn't get to eat the cookies, but we did clean all the plastic out of the oven. Cameron's thank yous include, first, I want to thank God for everything He has done for me. Thank you to my grandparents for always being there and supporting me. Thank you, Reagan, Autumn, and Bailey for being my #1 fans. Thank you to my coaches for all you have taught me and making me the player I am today. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for the love and support all these years. I couldn't have done it without you. Lastly, my best friends Brent and Garrett, I know you guys would have been here cheering me on and my team. I love you all. Thank you. Miss Cameron Elaine Burton. Next, we would like to recognize #4, Miss Emma Balavoine. Emma is being escorted by Miranda Stevens and Whitney Stevens. Emma played basketball for 8 years in France before moving to West Carter. Emma also did dance for 14 years and has participated in cheer. Emma's future plans are to go to college in France and study international business. Her favorite memory is when we went to Lexington for a tournament. We got to stay all together for 3 days and we had a lot of fun. Emma would like to say thanks to Coach Kahn for letting me join the team and for everything that she does for us, such as Coach Brown, Ronnie, Heather, and Jeff. I would also like to thank everyone who is a part of the team with whom I share great memories, and the Stevens family for welcoming me into their family and always being there for me. Miss Emma Balavoine. Our last senior is #30, Miss Millie Henderson. Millie is being escorted by her parents, Joe and Kayla Henderson, her sister Hannah, and brothers Jace and Jet. Millie has been a member of the varsity basketball team for 4 years and a member of the varsity soccer team for 4 years. She has also been a member of FCA for 2 years, debate for 1 year, and a homecoming court candidate. Millie's future plans are to attend KCU and further my basketball career and major in biology to become a pharmacist. Her favorite memory is always helping Coach Kahn pick out an outfit before every game. Millie would like to first thank God for allowing me to play the sport I love and for giving me the ability to continue playing in college. I'd like to thank my family for always supporting me and for pushing me to be the best that I can be. I would also like to thank my teammates and coaches for shaping me into the player and person I am today, and for all the memories over the last 4 years. Finally, I'd like to thank Coach Lisa Kahn for giving me the opportunity to continue playing basketball and grow as a player at Kentucky Christian University. I can't thank you enough for all that you've done. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Miss Millie Henderson. Ladies and gentlemen, I present your 2023 West Carter Lady Comet senior basketball players.
It's time to hit the hardwood for exciting high school basketball action on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoltz Pharmacy, Greg Gibson Insurance, Callahan's Excavating, James Do It Best Hardware, Ashland Credit Union, Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, Ashland Community and Technical College, the Greenup Baptist Association, First and People's Bank, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Pure Country Automotive, Graceland Christian Church, Orcut Tree Services, Gillum Drug, All That Blooms, Grayson Sporting Goods, Bowman's Auto and Collision Center, Eastside Kids Boutique, First Light Home Care, and Tyler's Pizza. Now, let's go courtside for a countdown to tip-off on the Cool Hits Sports Network and Cool TV.
Welcome to the campus of West Carter High School, John Hot Brown Court, as the visiting East Carter Lady Raiders are here to take on their cross-county rival, the West Carter Lady Comets. It's a game that, of course, if you're unfamiliar with me, I'm Spencer Hutchison, joined side by side with Jeff Irwin, Mr. West Carter, and Jeff, it's kind of been the story all year for both teams has been able to be consistent and gain some traction, especially as we get ready for tournament district play.
Exactly. That's been one of the tough things for both of these teams. I know, especially for West Carter, definitely not the season that they were hoping for at the beginning of the year, especially coming off a season with Allie Stone, who's went on to UPike and she's breaking out her own scoring record, seems like every night. But it's been a challenge out there. But I know for West Carter, they've been trying to find their little niche. Where do they belong at? East Carter, vastly improved from last year, but still not where they want to be at. And so it's one of those things that you make the adjustments and try to improve up every single game.
And you talk about, girls basketball for both schools. You talk about West Carter and East Carter, traditionally very good. Of course, West Carter has a state championship in girls basketball, and East Carter, it has always been at least pretty good in girls basketball. So the county of Carter has always produced very, very good talent as far as girls basketball. And you look on the boys' end, and both West and East Carter in the last 5 years have been pretty successful also. So, I think that just speaks volume, and I said something about it in the group the other day that the best athletes, girls and boys, are coming through the area right now.
Exactly.
I think you're seeing the best generation, and maybe not the best team, but kids are more athletic than they've ever been right now.
Well, I mean, back, of course, I graduated here in '99, and dating myself a little bit on that. But I mean, we didn't have some of the same luxuries. AAU was starting to come out a little bit. A lot of these players, they're playing year round. And they get to know each other, and that's where you get some fantastic teams. I know Elliott County had a team a few years back that they played AAU ball since they were little kids. And a lot of these girls now, there's some new pieces and everything else coming in, and trying to like I said, trying to find their own identity. But yeah, the athletes that they're producing today is much higher quality than.
And I think a lot of that contributes to that is the social media era. Back when I was in school, we were lucky if you had a Yahoo Messenger. So I kind of showed my age there a little bit. But do you remember what was the ICQ?
I was about ready to say I remember ICQ out there.
ICQ, and right as soon as I was getting ready to graduate, Facebook started. Of course, everybody had a MySpace, but we didn't. I didn't even have a cell phone until I was a junior in high school. So I think that contributes, man. These girls and these boys go home to these and watch their TikToks and Facebook, and they see highlights of other players in other parts of the country, and they kind of add that and implement it into their game, and that makes them a better player, man. And I know some people are going to disagree with me, but when you see other athletes perform at the top level, and you see little things that you could add to your game, it puts a better product on the floor, especially if you're a team that like I said, we said in the opening, that struggles to get traction. You're seeing it, man. East and West Carter both all year have continued to improve. And if you put all the games that have been under 5 points in the win column, both of these teams probably have a winning record.
Oh, absolutely, because even the last game that these two teams played over at East, 50-48.
Yeah.
And, I'm expecting a good game like this tonight. But it's true that, there's those little things that's out there. I know, I think the last couple games, maybe against Greenup County, I think was one that West really put on some challenge against them. But turnovers was the name of the game for them. It's like, they had a real clean first half. They hung in there. Second half kind of loosened up a little bit and started throwing the ball away. And, it's those little details is what's going to make the difference here.
A little bit of the tale of the tape. West Carter coming in tonight is 3-19 on the season. East Carter at 8-13. Like I said, both teams trying to gain a little traction. I'm going in. We'll take here in a second. We'll take a quick commercial break before we go into our game details and what both teams need to do if they're going to come out of here with a win. Great crowd on hand. I'm not sure if the audience can fully see it, but I actually had the privilege of calling a West Carter and East Carter boys basketball game last week, and that was the biggest crowd that we had all year down at East Carter. And I tell you, that just these communities care about their athletics and they care about these schools, man. And Jeff, as you know, I go from here to Harlan, Kentucky sometimes to talk to kids and stuff. I'm telling you right now, the two most loyal fan bases are right here in one county, and you talk about West Carter and East Carter.
Exactly. You can't get more loyal than that. I mean, on the West Carter side, all I got to mention is one name, Mickey Grills.
Exactly.
And, I mean, Mickey Grills went to every one of my ball games. I think he even went to our basketball summer camps. That tells you what kind of a dedicated, fan that he is. But not just him, but, the communities in general is looking for that. I know that both mayors are completely behind these teams and everything
Absolutely.
else and wants to see them. I know Mayor Callahan here in Olive Hill, big proponent, also one of our sponsors and everything, is a big proponent of, West Carter sports and as well as East Carter sports and keeping things like that.
Well, talk a little bit more in depth on the game, man. And I'm not talking about parents that come to games. I'm not talking about aunts and uncles or grandmothers or grandfathers. Those people are going to come to these games regardless. You have people that just support the program for both schools that come out, and you don't get that everywhere.
Oh, exactly.
You just don't. And I think it's harder for people to understand because, a lot of people that have kids that are grandkids or nieces and nephews that play, the only teams they get to watch are them every week. But as for me and you, we watch, we go watch every team. So I'm telling you right now, East and West Carter have people that surround them that are just supporters of the program. And talk about Frank Rice down at East Carter. Guys that just support the program. They don't care if they win any games. No. They don't care if how good or bad their teams are. They were there to support it, and it's unlike any other place in America, and it makes it special, man.
Exactly.
Well, we'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll get the keys to tonight's game here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Does your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
My truck and I work all day long, so the truck has to be tough. But I want my truck loan easygoing, and that's what I get at my bank. Flexible terms, great rates. My truck loan works for me, just like my truck.
For great rates on loans for your next truck or car, see the good folks at First and People's Bank, the home office. Member Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
Bless Your Heart Boutique in Grayson is your home for all the latest women's fashion, from sweaters, blouses, hats, jackets, skirts, dresses, jewelry, accessories, and more. Bless Your Heart Boutique has it all. And if you can't find the perfect gift for that special lady in your life, get her a gift card from Bless Your Heart Boutique. Open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 10 to 2, closed on Sunday. That's Bless Your Heart Boutique, 120 South Carolina Boulevard in the Grayson Town Mall.
Back out here at West Carter High School, John Hott Brown Court. Of course, you're just now joining us. Girls action tonight. East is the visiting team, visiting a West Carter girls team that's celebrating senior night tonight. Of course, if you've been with us, you got to join in on the senior festivities in the pregame. It's Spencer Hutchinson, Jeff Irwin, Mr. West Carter, and Jeff. We talked before the break about how loyal the fan bases are, and I've covered a few girls basketball games this year, mainly just East Carter. But let me tell you something. Yes, they might come in with a losing record, but I've watched a bunch of girls basketball this year, and I can tell you right now, two of the toughest teams in the 16th region as far as just grit and determination and not giving in are getting ready to play on the court tonight.
Yeah, neither team ever gives up. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen them hang their heads and just kind of said, oh, well, let's just take this.
Absolutely.
They've always been out there fighting every single second that they go. And it don't matter if they bring in, the JV squad afterwards or whatever else. They're still going to bring it out there because I've actually seen some games when, not that it got too close for comfort or, they got fully back into it, but they were edging back in, making the other team nervous, and they were bringing back some of their starters. It's like, let's try to figure this thing out.
Yeah, and I did a game earlier this year where East Carter was at home against Raceland. Raceland led by 19 in the first half. East Carter came back and beat them. And I know that don't seem like a big deal in a basketball game. When you're playing, it's a big deal because you say that you don't look up at the scoreboard. These girls do.
Yep.
They know how many points they're behind, and when you start to get on a little run there, 8-0 run, it turns into a 12-0 run, and all of a sudden the other team's kind of playing not to lose instead of trying to win.
Right.
So a little bit of keys here. I'll go over the keys for East Carter. Limit West Carter's second chance opportunities. And you can't allow the Comets to get into the lane. If you do that, there'll be a long ride back to Grayson on a short drive. I think that was kind of the key there in the first matchup is West Carter was able to have a lot of success in the paint, especially the way their guards were able to slash to the rim.
Yeah, you're talking about a couple players out there that really gets the job done and doesn't probably get enough credit for what they do. I know for West Carter you got number 15, Kaylee Kinney. She's out there hustling it every night. She might not put it up on the as far as the points go and everything else, but she gets the job done on defense. I know during the last game between the two, West Carter, 43 rebounds, and Kaylee Kinney had 14 of them. Great night for her. They had three players in double digits. Millie Henderson, Holly Brown, and Kaylee Kinney all had 16, 10, and 10. So a good run for them at that game. Of course, it was a real close game. East Carter had a great afternoon themselves, and it was going to be either way because you take a look at East Carter, 38 rebounds. So they got West Carter out-rebounded them that game. You take a look at scoring and everything else. They also had three players in double digits. And so it's kind of like, it's pretty well balanced.
Absolutely. And you talk about East Carter a little bit. Wagner and Rutledge have kind of been the workhorses for them. And they've got some really, really good players in Bush and Bishop and McGuire and Ackerman and Tussey and Boggs and Madeline Moore. This East Carter team, it'd be no surprise that most games go 8 to 9 girls deep off their bench, and I think that just is a testament to the coaching for East, and that they trust their girls. And I think that you'll see similar gameplay tonight for West Carter. I think both teams reach down their bench a lot deeper than they normally would because I think the game's going to be more physical, and when it's more physical, there's going to be more fouls called.
Exactly. Of course, and that's one thing that this West Carter team, they've kind of had to contend with a little bit. Especially a couple of their players. Sometimes Millie Henderson will get into some foul trouble. She's their leading scorer, and if you put her out on fouls, then West Carter's going to struggle a little bit because you got Millie Henderson averaging out 16.3 points per game. Cameron Burton, which actually I'm not for sure. Yeah, she's a senior, but she didn't start out the year with the team. And I was going to take a look here. She did play in the one game against East Carter.
Okay.
So she was there. So we can't say that that's going to be a huge determining factor tonight. But as far as averaging out, 6.2 points per game.
Yeah. we're going to take another commercial break. When we come back, we're counting you down to tip-off here from West Carter High School on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around. In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy. Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now with ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Hey fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team without changing your spending habits. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. So come on in and sign up for your team debit card at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue in Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, I'm Erin.
And I'm Michael. Come see us at Bowman's.
Bowman's can do frame repair. They have a downdraft bake oven for a factory paint finish. And they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified iCar Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanical shop, providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC service, oil changes, and tune-ups. That's Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837.
Back out here at West Carter High School, getting ready for tip-off. Both teams have made their way to the locker room, and of course it's the rivalry. District teams, East Carter, the visiting team, and West Carter, the home team. Of course, we talked a little bit about it here in the pregame about how good of a first game these two teams played, and we expect nothing less than a great game here tonight. And look for players that normally, I wouldn't say normally, but that you wouldn't see in action play a lot tonight. And I think it's like we talked about in a rivalry game, the game tends to be a little bit more physical. I think it depends on the officiating, especially if either team gets in foul trouble early, that they're going to reach further and further down that bench, and you're going to see some very, very talented young athletes take the floor.
Yeah, because I know usually Faith Con, she'll come out there and she'll run 7-8 players, constantly through there. Right. She's a lot of times rotating out to the Browns out there. She'll try to give her starters some breaks throughout the time. And, I mean, she does have some good reserves. But I have a feeling kind of like that. If they get in foul trouble, depending on what the third team does out there on the court, if they start really, wanting to take control of it early, we could see some bench play very soon.
Listen, if I was official, I would be a terrible official because I would always let them play, which, letting them play turns into fights. That's why I'm not an official.
Right.
So, and some of the people that, I heckle the officiating. Sometimes people say, hey, why don't you go do it? I would do it. I'm not allowed. So it is, it is what it is. But expect a very competitive game tonight as the West Carter ROTC has made their way into the gymnasium. And looks like West Carter Lady Comets have made their way out of the locker room, getting last couple of shots in the pregame here. Still waiting on the East Carter. I'm used to calling the game on the radio. I was about to tell you exactly what color West Carter's jerseys
West
were.
Carter's in the white jerseys with the maroon and blue trim.
Yeah. So,
and they'll be going from right to left.
So, see, that makes me susceptible to having a mistake, especially, when you're on radio, they can't see it, so you can just say whatever. And they they got to go with it. So, we'll take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we're getting a little bit closer to some girls basketball action here at West Carter High School on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Graceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Graceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Graceland. Visit us online at gracelandchristian.com.
You know, financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
Visit Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson for the best selection of clothing for boys and girls, including newborns. Eastside Kids Boutique has affordable clothing for every season, including t-shirts, sweaters, hats, and more. Eastside Kids Boutique even has items for that special lady in your life, including home decor, clothing, jewelry, accessories, gift baskets, and more. That's Eastside Kids Boutique, 603 East Main Street in Grayson. Call 606-475-1683 or visit them on Facebook, Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson.
Hello, I'm Michael Bowling, Senior Vice President of Kentucky Farmers Bank. When you do business with Kentucky Farmers Bank, you're making an investment in your community. Your money stays local, we never sell your loan, and in turn, we invest in local families, churches, schools, and charities. We believe in our community, and that's why we are the better bank for loans.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for loans since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Hey, this is Greg Gibson with Greg Gibson Insurance, and just an announcement, I'm retiring from Major League Baseball. This will be my final season. After 24 years as Major League umpire, I'm ready to become a full-time insurance guy. So anyway, if you haven't heard about us, check us out on the web, www.greggibsoninsurance.com. Give us a call today. Stop by. We'd love to talk to you about your insurance. Give us a call today. It's Greg Gibson Insurance, helping you make the right call.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports. At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware Store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Back out here at West Carter High School is the color guard, as making their way out from midcourt as the West Carter Marching Band did a great job of performing tonight's national anthem. And Jeff, I'll tell you, buddy, it's about ready to play a little basketball down here in Olive Hill.
It's about ready to get serious up in here.
And, in traditional fashion, you wouldn't expect anything different. Very good crowd on hand. Looks like Wagner, Rutledge, Priest, Bush. Can't leave her open behind the three-point arc. Madison Moore. And Tussey. That's your starting lineup for the East Carter Lady Raiders. A bit tougher to hear the Lady Comets as the crowd comes to their feet.
You got number
Emily
42
Barker.
there.
Looks like number 15, Kinney. Nichols. Burton, who's just on senior night.
Actually, the daughter of our judge executive.
Well.
Just a little fun fact there.
Yeah, hey. As officials take their place down the floor, I'm used to calling the game like it's a radio, so bear with me a little bit. I know that the people that are watching can see it, so it's going to take a little bit of time for me to adjust. As playing a little basketball here on a Thursday night. And I think the Carter County gyms are so underrated, Jeff. They got two of the nicest gyms, man, that people don't even talk about.
I know. Over the years, it has vastly improved. The paint job on the floor, excellent.
Tap controlled by East Carter. Let's see what kind of defense West Carter Lady Comets set up in. Well, they didn't really set up in anything as Rutledge drives all the way to the basket and lays it in. East Carter starting out in man-to-man. That's what we talked about a little bit in the pregame is not necessarily in the paint points, but getting the ball inside, produce those points. Good job by number 32, Nichols.
Now it looks like West Carter's trying to go. I'm not for sure if that was a 2-2-1 full court press.
It was a full court press anyways, but it was kind of a soft press. You know, it wasn't like we're trying to get a steal. It was more of a 10-second call type of press. For East Carter, you got to any of these girls can just stop and pop from anywhere, especially Bush and Rutledge and Moore, man. Wagner's more of a slasher. So when she gets to the rim, look out. There's Moore right there. I just talked about her, and that one's going to come up short. Good job by West Carter tying them up there. Is another key we talked about in the pregame is not allowing the Lady Raiders to have a lot of second chance points. They avoid it right there, and a good defensive possession by the Lady Comets.
Great job on there, especially to fight for it because they gave up the offensive rebound, but then they turned up the defense to get the jump ball.
You know, anytime I pull into West Carter High School, I know this is completely off topic, but, I kind of cut my teeth down in Tigers Creek, so it's just that Burton hits a three from the right corner. That was a no-doubter, Jeff. That's what they call a no-doubter.
That's ice in your vein shot right there, and then there's a steal by West Carter.
West Carter has jumped out to a 7-2 lead. Almost forces another turnover. They're going to get a foul this time. Looks like it's going to get number 32. Kinney, or Nichols, that's her first, team first. And that'll kind of back the Lady Comets up. East Carter really trying to get some traction here as they only had one opportunity at the basket, and it was on the opening tip, Jeff.
Yeah, and West Carter's right now on a 7-2 run, but like I said, you can't count East Carter out at any point in time right here because all they are is just about a three away.
You can't can't allow Wagner's one of the best drivers in the 16th region. She shows you why right there and makes the Comets pay for her first basket of the night. 7-4, West Carter leading East Carter. Of a game that we expect to go right down to the wire. Nice cut. And looks like they got it for a walk. So it seems like maybe after a quick start there by the Lady Comets that East Carter's content with just settling in and kind of trying to dictate their own pace here.
You got to play your own game. You can't come into, anytime you come into a game, you got to play your own rhythm, your own pace.
Nice drive. Looks like Tussey tried to go baseline and throws it in the second row, and he'll go back to West Carter.
Yeah, turnovers, I have a feeling, is going to be pretty much one of the biggest names of the games that's going to be out here as well. Whoever has the fewest turnovers at the end, right. I'm going to predict that's going to be the
classic
winner.
Football, man. Whoever has the ball last is going to win. Very good offensive set by the Lady Comets.
Trying to get it down in the
Carter
post.
did a very good job of staying in the passing lanes, and Wagner comes down with it. She'll go coast to coast, Jeff.
And there's a foul there by Wes Carter.
If that's number 32, that's number 2. And we talked a little bit about that. Let's see who they give it to. I don't know who they get. Let's see here. As the score table really doesn't have a clarification who that's on also. It's going to go against 32.
Yeah, it is on Nichols. That's going to be her second.
And we talked about that as the coaches are going to have to reach deeper down to their bench, and you're going to see a lot of young talent take the floor.
Yeah, they're bringing in Holly Brown now, actually a goalie for West Carter's soccer team.
Going to walk. It looks like Rutledge kind of shuffled the feet up there near the West Carter logo, and another turnover. East Carter's 4th turnover so far. West Carter with a pair of turnovers also. So 6 turnovers, and we still got 4:45 left here in the opening quarter. Game that's first quarter that's flown by, Jeff. Nice take up off the glass and no good. Wagner skies for the rebound. Wagner all the way in up, and looks like she's tripped. Another Lady Comet foul. This one's going to go against. I'm not sure who they gave that one against. Looks like Henderson. Is that the?
Might have been. I heard a 3 out there, but
yeah, 2. I'm afraid to. We got another East Carter turnover. This one's going to be a foul. It looks like it's going to go against.
I'm sure that was off the pick, probably a moving pick there.
Off the ball foul. I think that's going to go against Moore. It's her first. As East Carter's coach is not real happy about that call, and the official just kind of shrugs his shoulders and says, hey, it was a foul. So continue to play. Nice play by Burton. She's going to go all the way in, and she's fouled. Yeah. Thought they were going to call her dribbling on the end launch.
Yeah, it's one of those nights that you're not going to be for sure if it's going to be a turnover or a foul.
Right. That one is against Moore. And that might be Moore's second, and it is. And East Carter reaches down and already trying to substitute some girls in the game. Nice feed down low by Burton. Shot is missed.
Tackled in the backfield
Barker,
there by
Kenny. I'll tell you what, I was calling East Carter's basketball game the other night. Who were they playing? Raceland. That we had a couple fumbles down on the floor. And anytime you call fumble in Carter County, Daniel Barker and Tim Chamberlain immediately stand up. So.
Looking for the scrum.
Yep. Nice play by Tussey. Goes baseline. Little baseline floater is off the mark and no good. Another one and done opportunity for East Carter.
Well, both these teams are shooting right around 30%. And they're going to say offensive.
Offensive foul. That's going to go against 34.
And that's West Carter's 5th foul this first quarter.
Brown's first, though.
I think we're going to be in the bonus here before we even head out of the because we're just past the halfway mark here of the first quarter.
Well, I'm glad that our pregame keys to the game are really taking shape, because sometimes they don't, and we look like idiots. So either way, Wagner, top of the arc, 3 in the air, no good. There's Bush getting an offensive rebound, something we talked about. You can't give these Lady Raiders more opportunities. She's going to try to make her pay again. Another opportunity as Rutledge gets the offensive rebound. Back to Bush. You can't leave her open. 3 in the air is good. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunities. Yep. Another thing that we talked about, and East Carter makes a pay right there. And it's going to be a timeout, West Carter. Let's see if it's a 30 or a full.
They're standing up. It looks like it's going to be a 30-second.
30-second timeout. Wagner with her 5th point. Excuse me, was that Bush? That was Bush, wasn't it?
I think so.
So 3 Raiders in the scoring column right now. Rutledge, Wagner, and Bush.
There we go. 3:21 left to go here in the first. Just had to readjust our clock here.
A little bit of scoring updates from around the area. Boyd County leads Fairview boys 23-14. Ashland leading Elliott County girls 30-9. Let's see here. That's all the scores I got right now. A turnover by West Carter as Wagner comes down with it. Listen, driving the lane. I'm telling you, Wagner's one of those girls that if she wants to get to the basket, she's going to get to the basket. And there's another turnover, Jeff.
And then back and forth.
But the game is kind of, they're going to call a jump ball, and it should go back to the Lady Raiders. Of course, both these teams geared up to go play in district tournament play for a chance to go down to Moorhead, and that's always a fun trip. You made that trip last year. I've made that trip for the last 3 or 4 years, and that's a great week to be down there, and it's a great environment. And I will say this, I've always kind of been in favor of that tournament for girls and boys to be played at either Greenup or Boyd County because I think their gyms are big enough.
It is, because, I mean, you're talking about 2 of the largest gyms, in the in the region.
And I think it gives and I hate to say it like this, it gives an advantage to Rowan County. It's a home game for them.
Yep.
And when you put it at Greenup County or Boyd County, I think it plays more of a favor of some of your local teams like East and West Carter and if the game's at Boyd County, all you got to do is drive right down 64 and take a 2 football field drive after a left, and you're there. So either way.
Well, for many years, the 16th Region Girls Tournament was held at Boyd County.
Nice take by Rutledge, a little runner in the lane, and then it's good.
Finally breaks the tie there, 9-7. Now your score.
Full court press for East Carter, not a 2-2-1, and Wagner's going to get called for a block.
It's East Carter's 3rd foul, I believe, here tonight.
It is. That's what I have. I'm trying to keep stats and watch the game at the same time, so it's going to be West Carter ball. Trying to set this offense up. If you're just joining us, West Carter jumped out to a quick 7-2 lead, and East Carter's kind of went on a little run themselves as West Carter's allowed a couple of second chance opportunities and unforced errors. Good offensive possession there.
That was J.C. Cooley for the bucket there. Ties the game back up again here at 9.
Looks like Mr. Perry's in the house. He's done a great job of the EKC man. A little runner by, I believe that was number 32, Adams, and it is no good, but she's going to go to the free throw line. I don't think I could officiate a rivalry game because I'd be afraid I'd make a bad call. Even if you know that you made a bad call, you've already made it, so you kind of stick with it,
It is. It's one of the toughest things that you ever have to go through.
Not saying that there's been any bad calls tonight, but, because I would feel guilty about it either way.
Because you don't want to be the one that decides anything. You want the players to decide everything out on the court.
Adams hits both free throws, and it's 11-9, East Carter. East Carter's went to a zone, Jeff. Shot's partially blocked by Wagner. Adams comes down with it, trying to get it back to Wagner, and she does. Quickly the other way. Here come the Lady Raiders all the way in, and it's missed by Wagner. It looks like a Lady Com was trying to get a charge there. There's some contact underneath the rim, but we play on. Nice take, and it'll send let's see who that is. Is that 30, Jeff?
I believe so.
30.
Yeah.
Henderson to the line. Also a senior tonight, Jeff. Really nice take by her. Trying to tie this game up at 11.
74% free throw shooter. Misses the front end of that one. And that's one thing about both these teams. I mean, they're both shooting on their field goals for both 2- and 3-point range, right in the 30%.
Got that second. Yep, sure are. And looks like we got a timeout, West Carter. Another timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it with them here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store. We are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware Store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
When you have business away from home or a planned event far from your comfort zone, you're probably going to need a little help. Let A&A Porta Potties assist you with all your portable toilet needs. Whether on a construction site, planning for an outdoor wedding, or any other outdoor event, A&A Porta Potties are here to assist you. A&A Porta Potties also rents out storage containers, office containers, cooling fans, tables, and chairs. A&A Porta Potties, there is no event too big or too small for us to accommodate you.
Back out here at the campus of West Carter High School, John Hot Brown Court. As we got a rivalry game and a good one, as me and Jeff kind of expected. This one's going to go down to the wire. East Carter with a slight edge at 11-10, and it's been a game of turnovers and fouls and big clutch shots. And you know, talking a little bit about our keys of the game is for West Carter, they're going to have to limit the second chance opportunities for the Lady Raiders. And for West Carter, continue what they're doing, man, getting a lot of points, easy baskets right near the brim. So. Nice take by Rutledge. Gets an offensive rebound. She's fouled. Looks like this is going to go against Burton. And Jeff, we've already hit the 1-1, and we're still in the first quarter.
Yep. It's one of those that it's been a very quick quarter, you know, with under a minute left to play. But it's one of those that there's been several fouls out there this evening.
It's Burton's first.
Is that Boggs on the line?
Rutledge. Another offensive rebound. Nobody really boxed out there for the Lady Comets. Adams has it. Adams drives, has it at the free throw line, spins it in the lane, almost loses it, and she walks. She sure did.
I have a feeling that we're going to have record numbers of rebounds here tonight.
Well, and it contributes to the defense that both these teams are playing. And, you know, good on-ball pressure right there by the Lady Comets forced the turnover, man. Burton has it. She's already hit a couple of big shots here tonight. East Carter kind of stepping in those passing lanes now as their coaches are kind of Burton, another long three. This one's no good. Wagner skies for the rebound. Almost loses control and regains. She's going to go coast to coast, Jeff, all the way up off the glass and just kind of loses her balance, and it's going to go back to West Carter.
Yeah, she just kind of crossed over her feet just right before she took that jump for the layup and ended up just falling and having to throw it just to get rid of it.
Right, and another East Carter turnover gives the ball back to the Lady Comets, who trail by 1. And a little bit too much heat on that pass down low, and it's going to skip out of bounds and go back to the Lady Raiders.
.8 seconds left here on the clock, so enough time to get about to midcourt.
Right, and I think that it's very smart West Carter for full court press. A heave at half court by Rutledge is off the backboard, no good. After 1, East Carter leads West Carter 11-10. We'll be back on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Are you having trouble keeping your parking lot lit? Is customer safety one of your top priorities? If so, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We have bucket truck and boom crane truck services. We have extensive experience in exterior lighting and parking lot lighting maintenance. No need to ever be in the dark again. Remember, call River Cities Builders at 473-4112 for all your lighting needs. We will light your path to success.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Back out here at West Carter High School, ready to start the second quarter of play. First quarter, Jeff, that saw a lot of turnovers, a lot of travels, and a bunch of fouls.
Yeah, and it's been by both teams.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And that reflects the score, 11-10. You know, the last game was determined by 2 points, and we're starting off exactly like where they left off.
What I just described falls under the category of a classic rivalry game.
Yep. Everybody's wanting to win. They want to go in on Friday to school with their heads held high, you know.
Right. And you don't think that this game means a lot, you're crazy.
Yeah, there may not be a barrel involved, but don't tell them that.
They don't care what's involved. It's the pride. Good pressure there by West Carter. Almost forced a backcourt violation. Bush regains it and gives it off to Rutledge. Rutledge spins, almost walked, and I believe she did take an extra step, and it's going to be going back to West Carter.
If she would have shot it right there, that would have been all right, but she took that step, stopped, and
give West Carter credit, man. They've been really, really good on-ball pressure tonight, and I think that's forced a lot of the Lady Raider turnovers, but the same way goes for the other side, man. East Carter's been very good defensively also. Both teams very aggressive, slashing to the basket. We get another little floater in the lane here. It's no good. And looks like they're going to get an offensive foul here. It's going to go against number 41, Cooley. It's her first.
And I believe team's ninth.
Yep, so next foul will put the Lady Raiders in the double bonus. And, you look at both of these squads, man, both East and West. They got talent now, but they got talent coming, too.
Yeah, they've got it down the pipe. That's the important thing, is that you got to keep the pipeline fresh.
Right. 1-1 is off the mark. Of course, the next West Carter foul will put the Lady Raiders in the double bonus. Sideline three for Burton off the mark, and an offensive rebound goes to, let's see, I believe that was 34.
Yeah, try to kick it out.
Brown, who kicked it over to Barker in the corner, and pass was just a little too hot.
Yeah, it's one of those that you got to have your hands ready all the time, just like a receiver. You got,
it's easy for local media or fans or parents or grandparents to sit in the stands saying, "Hey, you should have done this," and I'm the world's worst about it. But until you're in the situation, you can't really know what you're going to do.
Exactly. Well, I mean, it's not like in football where one guy's going to throw the pass, and you know that.
Right.
And then you got people designated to be your receivers. Here, everybody's the quarterback. Here, everybody's a receiver.
Looks like they're going to time out. Each card will be a 30. We'll stay right here. As kind of a little bit off sync there offensively, as Adams was kind of dribbling at the top of the arc, and it didn't look like anybody else was moving. I think there was a little confusion there. Very good timeout. East Carter still holding on to a 1-point lead. 11-10. Trying to get some other scores here. Morgan County leads East Carter's boys 10-4 with 4 minutes left in the first. Boyd County leading Fairview 23-14 boys. Halftime, Ashland girls lead Elliott County 36-17. Just a little area rundown there as we get, Jeff, I tell you, we're at the beginning of February, but it won't be long. Me and you will be down to the region tournament draw, so it goes by that quick.
Oh, it is, and these coaches know it too. And they I don't want to say they feel the pressure, but they know that if there is adjustments to be made, they're making them.
West Carter's moved into a zone. This is more of a 3-2 zone. Looks like Adams, Bush, and Moore kind of looking for an open shot. You can't leave Moore open top of the arc. She makes them pay. 3 for East Carter. It leads up to 4. It's been the largest all night.
Yeah, the defender on that one was just caught trying on the help side on the post, and just let her roll right up to the top and drain the 3.
Moore's playing with 2 fouls right now, Jeff.
Yeah, well, especially on this type of a game with a total of, we got 13 fouls altogether so far, and still 6 minutes left to go. Absolutely. Here.
And these are not touch fouls. This is not these were warranted fouls by both teams.
Yeah, it's not just the little questionable hand check or a little bit of
a step back by Bush. She can hit that shot too. This one's off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound goes to Burton, who's celebrating a senior night also. Of course, I remember my senior night, man. And I hate to say it like this, it's tough when you're 18 or 17 years old to kind of live in the moment. And, you kind of just go through the motions and you look back on it and you say, hey, you know what? I really appreciate the time that I had there. And I wish I would have taken a little bit more advantage. I'm not saying, back when we were kids, we were different, man. We were jerks. These kids these days are some of the best kids to ever come out of this area. They're yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am top kids.
Raised up very well from home.
Absolutely. Adams at the free throw line hits the first one. Hits them both. Lead goes to 6. I know that's not a critical possession as far as points where it's only a 6-point game, but it feels like it is, though, a little bit. Just for a little momentum for West Carter. It seems like they've kind of been stuck on 10 for a long time. Good possession for West Carter, as it looks like number 34, Brown, gets a mid-range jumper to go all the way in the front court, gets it to Moore, and they're going to call a travel.
That's the little momentum switch that West Carter needed right there at that moment.
Absolutely.
Good pass up to the top of the key for Brown on the nice little 10-footer, and then gets the turnover right after this. So chance to get this to a one-possession lead.
East Carter back in that man defense. Burton with a little bit of space into the lane, all the way up off the glass. She's fouled, and she's going to go to the line. Let's see who they get this against. Looks like it's going to go against Adams. It's only her first, Jeff. And we're running out of here, and it's only her first.
Before too long, they're just going to give everybody on the bench one.
I think they called me for a foul earlier. So.
Burton, a 55.6% shooter, hits the first end of the 2 shots.
And you got to think, both these girls' teams are pretty good at the charity stripe, Jeff. Both of them good.
I think they're both right in the 70s.
Absolutely. There's 4 straight made free throws by both schools. Adams thought about it. That's Evan Goodman range right there. Gets it down a little Wagner. Wagner loses possession, and nice defensive stand by West Carter all the way in. Good take. Can't get it to go. And this is going to get it. Oh, they're going to call a walk. Looks like we got a little physical underneath that basket over there, Jim.
I think if she would have got a hand on it, it would have been a jump ball, but
right.
Instead just took that extra step trying to get that clearance.
As it is, it'll go as a East Carter turnover. Over to Burton. To Cooley. Launches. 3 in the air. Good. That's 5 straight for West Carter.
That's going to put them on top now, 17-16. Or I think, was that a three-pointer?
It was a three-pointer. Looks like good one-and-done possession there. Good job by Lindsey Bush to go and tie it up, and it's going to stay with the Lady Raiders. Nice inbound pass, and it's good.
He's just conferring there. That was a 2-pointer there, I believe, it got it to 17-16.
Yeah, I thought she was well behind the three-point arc, honestly.
I did too.
Where I was at.
But the scorekeeper here at West gave her 2.
Either way, it's going to be an West Carter turnover. Hall comes down with it, gets it down a little. Wagner spins to the lane, up off the glass. No good. And it looks like they're going to get Wagner with a foul. That's her second. So Moore and Wagner out on the floor right now with 2 fouls apiece.
And so that should put 6 fouls for East Carter.
It looks like that Boggs and Rutledge have checked in, and Moore and Wagner and Bush have taken a seat over there. Both teams are going to be shooting free throws the rest of the half, Jeff.
Yep, 6 fouls. East Carter's already in the double bonus. West Carter on the next one will be in the bonus. Nice rebound there by East Carter.
Adams circles off to her right, mid-range jump shot, wide open. I thought it was going to drop in, no good. Fight for the rebound is, I believe that was Boggs and Brown. And last touch by Boggs, and it's going to go back to West Carter. A little bit of a 2-2-1 press here for East Carter. It's a soft press, though. It's just enough to irritate you just a little bit. Oh, nice play by Rutledge, who stepped into the passing lane and comes down with a steal and gives it to Boggs, who gives it to Adams. Quickly the other way, here come the Lady Raiders. Circles off to her right into the lane and tries to get rid of it to Boggs, who gets it back to Rutledge. Rutledge will take it all the way in. That's the way she is, and she's fouled. I didn't know if they were going to call it or not. It's Miss Rutledge is going to go to the line to shoot 2. At the half, on the boys' side, Boyd County leads Fairview 41-32. A little bit of surprising score there, Jeff. Single digits at the half.
Kind of
no knock on Fairview, man. I just think Boyd County's really, really good. Rutledge's first one's away, and it is good.
Yeah, Boyd County definitely got to give it up to them. I know they came over
good.
here and hit up 101 points.
They're good, man.
And that's in regulation.
If they're hitting, look out. Second one is away, and it's also good. 3 minutes left in the first half. Morgan County 30, East Carter 26. Because we're getting updates when we can. West Carter's done a very good job in their half-court offense in the last 3 or 4 possessions, and they come back within 1 after 2 Rutledge free throws, where it's 20-19.
Nice little assist there by Burton to get it in down in the post.
Drive by Adams, little floater in the lane. She'll get whistled for a charge. Good play by Cooley, drawing the charge.
That's going to be the 7th foul, but on the offensive, they're not going to let her shoot the shots there, but that does put them in the bonus.
Now 3 Raiders right now, Lady Raiders with 2 fouls apiece right now. I'm sure East Carter would be content with just taking this to the half. Nice take up off the glass, no good. Defensive rebound, I believe that is 25, Tussey. Tussey circles off to her left, beats her man. Floater in the lane, no good. Another one-and-done opportunity for East Carter. Barker's done a very good job down low, eliminating those second chance opportunities. She's gotten 2 or 3 of those. If she doesn't get the rebound, East Carter gets an easy basket right underneath the basket. So
that's going to put Millie Henderson at the line here, shooting the bonus. 74.1% three-throw shooter on the season.
Good.
And we got a tied ball game here.
I don't believe West Carter's ever led, Jeff, have they?
In the very beginning, they went on a 7-2
That's right,
7-0 run.
I don't know what I was thinking. For some reason, I was thinking something completely different.
It almost feels like a completely different ball game.
It does. It does. It looks like maybe East Carter's kind of played at their pace, but give West Carter credit, man, in that half-court set. Good play by Rutledge, driving in the lane, absorbing the contact. Gets away to Boggs, who gets it over to number 21.
And there's a steal there.
Bishop, who's checked in.
Still there by Henderson.
She gets it off the glass and in.
And that's going to give West Carter their first lead since the first quarter.
Hall will hit that shot, Jeff. And she does. Good play by Hall and good assist by Tussey.
And East Carter regains the lead just like that, and that's what we're going to be seeing all night here.
Yep, back and forth. Outlet passes. Looks like it should be a kicked ball. Tussey kind of put a foot on it, and it'll stay with the Lady Comets. Minute 15 left here in the first half. A game that seems like it's flown by, Jeff. I called a double overtime game one time. Cooley with a shot, mid-range jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound by West Carter, ran down.
Good job by Brown there to keep it in the half, but then...
Yeah, she sure did. A double dribble is called, and it's going to be a Lady Comet turnover and a critical possession here for East Carter. A basket here means a lot, especially when you're right about the 1 minute part of the first half. And you know, you're seeing, like we said in the pregame, a lot of girls on the floor that I wouldn't say don't get playing time. All these girls get playing time, but you're seeing them earlier and earlier due to foul trouble.
Cooley, I mean, usually you'll see her later in the game, but now she is come up and she's, hit some shots.
Absolutely.
The East Carter's basketball under the basket.
Like the Hall girl, man, for East Carter and Moore and Rutledge and Bush. And, man, all of them played really, really well tonight.
Not for sure if she got a eye poke or something.
Open is Bishop underneath the basket. She makes the Lady Comets pay. Nice inbound play by the Lady Raiders, and it is now a 3-point game, 25-22.
Yeah, because I'm sure neither one of these teams wants to be in at halftime on the down end of the scoreboard.
Well, it just depends. Sometimes you have things in the first half that just didn't go your way, but in a game that's going back and forth, it means more.
Critical turnover there by West Carter with right around 30 seconds left to play.
And I'm sure East Carter's content with just holding this the rest of the half and trying to play for a shot with about 6 or 7 seconds left, Jeff.
They're going to see what West Carter's going to give them.
Yep.
Because she's hanging back there. Right now they're trying to take a look, see if
well, you can't tell if it's a 2-3 zone. It looks like man from where I'm at, though.
That's what I'm kind of thinking. And Burton is down.
It's like Burton may have taken a knee to the thigh, man. That hurts. Hopefully that's all it is. Looks like she's going to try to get up, and as the coaches come over there. But, you talk about this game so far, man, and we knew that fouls were going to be a problem here. There's 3 Lady Raiders with 2 fouls apiece, and for West Carter, they don't really have anybody that's in serious foul trouble. Burton walking under her own power. Looks like she's going to be okay. Sometimes you get those knee-to-knee contact plays, man, and you ever had one of those little kiddie pools and you run and jump in it real quick and you're got that pull on the concrete and bust your knees, man. That's something you don't walk for at least 2 or 3 hours.
I remember some summer ball over at Morehead State University, and it seemed like every time I set a pick on this one guy, he always ran into my knee.
Yeah.
And then he kept on blaming it on me, and I'm like, I'm stationary.
Yeah. It looks like she's over there holding her knee.
I say it's gonna hurt for a while.
Absolutely. We hope that's all it is, really. Hall, long 3. Steph Curry 3 by Hall. A huge shot right here before the half. And that'll be the end of the first half. At the half, East Carter leads West Carter 28-22 here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Your gas station or convenience store need a facelift? If so, call River City Builders at 473-4112 for your remedy. Big or small projects, River City's Builders is a company for all your needs. We have extensive experience in the petroleum industry, from routine gas dispenser and canopy maintenance to above-ground, underground tank and piping work to full-blown remodels and new builds. Call River City Builders at 473-4112 for all your petroleum needs. We'll cover your back and keep your customers pumping gas.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Hi, my name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
In addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-through. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
We're at the half here. We'll join the halftime festivities, and when they conclude, we'll break down a little bit of the first half stats.
The West Carter High School Athletics Hall of Fame would like to introduce the newest member of the 2022 class, Mr. Jeffrey Huffman. Mr. Huffman is the varsity cheer coach. He has 34 years in education, 30 years coaching cheer with 28 years coaching at West Carter High School. He was recognized by Campbellsville University in 2018 as an outstanding educator. He has been a KPOS judge for over 30 years, 16th Region KPOS chair for 15 years, and the current KPOS scholarship chair. He was the KPOS High School Coach of the Year 2018 to 2019. He has led West Carter to the 2017 All-A state title, the 2020 Triple Crown, which includes All-A state champs, 16th Region in-game champs, and 62nd District in-game champs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcome Mr. Jeffrey Huff Daddy to the Hall of Fame. Thank you, Mr. Huffman. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we're going to take a moment to recognize our senior, junior ROTC members. First up is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Roy Buckler. He is escorted tonight by Brandy Hyde. Other clubs participated in include Junior ROTC Honor Guard for 4 years, being the officer in charge 1 year. Junior ROTC Color Guard 4 years, OIC 1 year. JROTC Raider Team 4 years, OIC 1 year. JROTC Saber Guard 4 years, OIC 2 years. Roy plans on joining the U.S. Army as a military police officer and attending MP basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. Shortly after graduation in May, the long-term goal of becoming a civilian police officer after his military service obligation. Roy's favorite memory includes when the JROTC staff class trip to Washington. Participated
And that was the senior West Carter High School Junior ROTC Color Guard senior night presentation. A good opportunity for these young men and women to be able to cap off their achievements here tonight.
Absolutely, especially in a big game like this, a game that's kind of went back and forth there, and you know, there were several lead changes, especially there in the final couple of minutes. You wouldn't know it though, but this game, man, has been filled with a little bit of everything. Made big baskets being made, a lot of fouls, just a little bit of everything. And leading the way for East Carter at the half is Hall with 8, who made 2 big threes there midway and at the end of the first half. And for West Carter, man, it's scoring by committee. I've got Brown and Burton and Henderson and Nichols and Cooley all in the scoring column so far for the Lady Comets. And it's just one of those things where do you start and where do you begin, man, with just this typical rivalry game. And I expect West Carter to come out at this halftime and make a little run towards potentially changing a little bit of the defensive look that you've seen West Carter kind of stay in a lot of man there in the first half after starting the zone. And for East Carter, Michaela Wagner was on the bench for a long time.
Yep.
And that's, and Rutledge was on the bench for a long time. It looked for them to just kind of play it out. If they foul out, they foul out. It's just one of those things where, Moore's got 2 fouls. Wagner's got 2 fouls. Adams has 2 fouls. So right now, I don't have Rutledge down as a foul. So I think that you're just going to have to say, okay, guys, you know how many fouls you have. This is our first game of the year. I'm dependent on you. And look for Lindsey Bush to shoot the ball a little bit more than what she did in the first half. Only 1 attempt, and it was just off the side of the rim. But that's a girl that they're really going to need to get in the scoring column if they're going to come out of Olive Hill with a victory tonight. We'll take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we might play a little bit more second half basketball here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Financial security begins at home with home ownership. If you've been putting off looking for a home because you think you can't afford it, you owe it to yourself to check out Members Choice Credit Union. Members Choice Credit Union has programs for first-time home buyers and more to help put you in the home of your dreams. Call, click, or stop by Members Choice Credit Union today.
Members Choice Credit Union, NMLS 411945, Equal Housing Lender. Call for additional information. Other restrictions may apply.
With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
When you shop and invest locally, you put in motion a sequence of actions which multiplies the money that is available in our area to create jobs and provide emergency services, police, and fire protection, as well as improving the quality of education in our local schools. Shop and invest locally whenever you can. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Raceland Christian Church, 210 Caroline Road, wishes all of our area athletes the best as they compete in their respective seasons. May you be encouraged by your church family to run with endurance the race set before you in such a way as pleases Jesus so that you gain the prize that never fades away. Raceland Christian Church meets Sunday at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. at 210 Caroline Road, Raceland. Visit us online at racelandchristian.com.
Back out here at West Carter High School, Olive Hill, Kentucky, John Hawk Brown Court, as we're ready to start the second half of a very competitive first half, Jeff. And it was kind of, we kind of broke down the keys in the pregame and not allowing East Carter to get second chance opportunities if you're West Carter and hit contested shots. West Carter's done a very good job of that, where they've contained them. I guess that's a good word for it. For East Carter, man, they've had a lot of success taking the ball directly to the basket and slashing, and both these teams are very good at defending ball screens. You haven't seen a lot of ball screens tonight, I think that contributes to the tough defense and the scrappiness of both teams.
And I think of that both of them's hoping that the lid is off on the opposite rim here tonight.
Right.
There's been a whole bunch of kind of good, great shots that just hasn't fallen in. But they've been doing a good job, with the rebounds, keeping things up. And I look for another physical and very exhausting on their part second half.
Starters back on the floor for both teams. West Carter has the ball.
Henderson with a shot, no good. Rebounded there by East Carter.
It's Moore. Moore gets it ahead to Wagner. Wagner goes coast to coast up off the glass. A tough shot, no good. Rebound goes to Burton, who looks like she's okay after a little bit of an injury earlier in the first half.
Yeah, we were talking up here. I think it was probably just a knee-to-knee contact, and it don't feel good.
Bone to bone never feels good, man. Good play by Rachel Tussey, stopping the advance of a West Carter ball handler. Wagner comes down with a nice defensive play as it's knocked out from behind by number 15.
Kaylee Kenny.
Kenny comes from behind and knocks it away and stops East Carter Lady Raider fast break. And everybody kind of catches their breath when these teams go up and down the court quick, don't they?
Well, with the turnovers that they've had and everything else, nice little put in there by East Carter.
She traveled. Sure did. Tussey kind of slid her pivot foot, and it's going to be a turnover for the Lady Raiders. It's going to go back to West Carter.
Yeah, with the turnovers they had tonight, they have definitely been working out on their conditioning.
Great crowd on hand, Jeff. I don't think people at home can't see the crowd below us. Completely, all 3/4 of the way filled below us, and on the other side, very good crowd also. Nice little dump down low, and it went to number 32. Nichols, who kind of had it lost out of bounds, but it was saved by a Lady Comet and throws it off Wagner or Lindsey Bush, and it'll remain with the Comets. Burton inbound, can't get it in, and tries to force it in, and Wagner comes down with a steal, and from behind is Burton. Burton's going to take it back behind the arc. I thought she was going to pull the trigger, Jeff. Burton all the way in, weaves through traffic, shot is away, no good. Offensive rebound by Nichols, who's fouled.
Yeah, I remember my old coach and everything. He always told me, he said, don't take the 10-foot when you can get a 2-foot shot.
Right, very good job of navigating traffic there. And East Carter's got to do a better job on the offensive or defensive glass there. Nichols at the line, first one's away, and it is good.
Nichols, a 61% free-throw shooter this season.
100% tonight, though, Jeff.
Yep, that's all that matters right there.
East Carter yet to get on the scoreboard here in the second half. Rutledge has it, looking for a ball screen from Wagner. Now Wagner backs off. Gets it to Bush. Bush closely guarded. Gives it to the free throw line. At the top of the key to Wagner. Wagner all the way in, up off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound goes to West Carter. Defensive rebound goes to West Carter. It's tied up by the Lady Raiders, and it will remain with the Lady Raiders.
Nice physical play in there. Of course, there it is once again, rebounds.
Second chance opportunities have made or break you tonight. Can't get it in. Finally throws it all the way up past the arc to Moore, who's hit a couple big shots. Little cutter is Lindsey Bush, gives it off to Wagner. Wagner goes baseline, spins into the lane, runs into traffic, and they're going to get her for an offensive foul. She kind of spun into the chest of Nichols, and Nichols draws the charge, and it'll be a East Carter foul. And
yeah, she got double teamed right down there in the post and was trying to look for the open man to come out, but
that's Wagner's third foul.
That could be costly.
Almost thrown away by Rutledge. Quickly the other way. Burton has it. Tries to go baseline. Kicks it out front to Henderson. Henderson back out front to, I believe that's Barker. Mid-range jump shot is off the mark. No good. An offensive rebound by the Lady Comets. Back to Barker. To Henderson. Drives in the lane. Kicks it over to Burton for a three. That is no good. And Rutledge fighting for the rebound. Finally comes down with it. They're going to get a foul. Let's see who they get this against. Could go either way, man, tonight.
I was going to say, Coach Kahn kind of looked a little bit disappointed, but I think they did call it on West.
Didn't get a number on there as the referee was kind of sideways there when he was looking at the scorer's table to give the number for the foul. Either way, it'll go against the Lady Comets.
I think they said it was 32 if I heard correctly. Of Corey G., the former athletic director, now assistant principal here at West Carter, doing PA work here tonight.
Almost a Raider turnover, and it is. Burton picks it up, trying to go coast to coast, weaves into traffic, and we've all done exactly what she just did. You got a lot of things you're trying to do at once, and you forget to dribble, and it's going to be a West Carter turnover.
You just drag that foot across, and that's it. Yeah, that last foul was on Nichols.
They did a boys game earlier this year. I can't remember who was playing. I believe it was Greenup County and East Carter, and we had 8 walks in the first quarter between the teams.
And sometimes they spread. It's almost like,
East Carter with
getting
a good
shanked.
opportunity here off the glass, no good. Lindsey Bush, very good. Pokes it away from behind as we've kind of got a fumble down the floor. As Barker comes out with it, gives it to Henderson. Henderson looks over to the sideline and is going to get this play. Veteran play there by Henderson. She could have really pushed the issue there, but she backed it out and let the Lady Comets set up an offensive set, and it looks like maybe this foul's going to go against Tussey for East Carter.
That's East Carter's 3rd foul in the second half. Seems like West Carter was the major offender in the first half. Quickly got into the bonus in the first quarter.
First. Only Tussey's first, and but like you said, it's a 4th team foul. Henderson trying to drive, is cut off by Moore. Good play by Moore. Moore, and looks like Bishop are kind of double teaming the mid-range jump shots, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Henderson. Henderson, it's almost borderline triple teamed over there in that right corner. Gets it away.
Finds Kenny on the
What a
baseline.
play by Kenny, and she's going to have a chance at an old-fashioned three-point play. West Carter been very, very good at the free throw line tonight. That success continues. Kenny converts the old-fashioned three-point play. Hall is checked back in for the Lady Raiders.
I was going to say, have East Carter scored any this half so far?
Have not so far. Scoreless, and we're 4:05 left here in the third quarter. Hall has it. Baseline is Tussey. Nice little hook underneath layup that is no good. Rebound goes to Henderson for West. West with an opportunity to take the lead right here. Henderson has it, drives, and we're going to get an offensive foul. I'll be honest with you, that's the last thing I thought he was going to call there.
I was looking for steps call.
Yeah, me too. When he whistled the charge call, either way, it's it'll go down as the same as a turnover, and it'll go back to East Carter. Rutledge is really knows the importance of this possession. Gives it off to Hall. And ball stolen away. All the way in, coast to coast, up off the glass, and it in. That's Kenny. She's had a heck of a third quarter here. Rutledge all the way in, coast to coast, loses control, and Burton storms up the left baseline and takes it away, and West Carter gets the ball again. West Carter is currently on a 7-0 run, Jeff, to begin this second half.
Yeah, definitely not how you would figure it'd start out, but that's the way it started out in the first half, too.
Right. It just seems like that East Carter's been uncomfortable this entire third quarter. They never really have gotten able to run a set that they felt comfortable in. Nice little ball screen and cut to the basket by Emily Barker. Nice pass up top. We're going to call this one on the floor. Brown will inbound underneath her own basket. Here comes Adams and Bishop.
Running the picket fence at them right now.
I think they're trying to get West Carter some different looks, and it comes down to personnel. Rutledge with the steal. Rutledge drive it in, and it looks like we got a whistle. I believe that's going to be down on the floor. And they're going to inbound on the baseline here. 2:32 left in the third. East Carter still trying to get their first points here in the second half. As West Carter on a current 7-0 run to take the lead. Down low to Hall. Over in the left corner to Adams for three. No good. Rebound goes to Hall. Second chance opportunity, and Hall throws it away. Barker comes down with it. Barker looking to go coast to coast, all the way in, up off the glass. It's in. What a play by Barker. Getting close to a timeout if you're East Carter.
That's what I was thinking. Right now, he's trusting on his players, telling them to get down and get to work.
All the way in, up off the glass. It's no good, but Rutledge is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Foul's going to go against Burton. I've her down as only being her second.
Rutledge, a 57% three-throw shooter.
First one's away, and it is good.
Nichols coming in for Kenny now for West Carter.
And it may not seem like it, even dead ball points at this point for East Carter are huge points because they've seen it go in the basket. And maybe that's the start of something, maybe a 6 or 8-0 run here. 31-30. We knew down low is Barker. Barker couldn't contain the pass. Tries a little outlet pass to Henderson. Back to Barker. Barker thought about the three and gets it off to Burton. East Carter's kind of went into that zone look here. Down low to Henderson. Kind of got lost there, though, Jeff, and it's going to cost him. Henderson puts it off the glass and in.
She saw the defense right there, kind of took that hop back and put it up off the glass and rolled it right in. Nice little shot.
Adams has it, and almost called for a travel. Adams into the lane, up off the glass, and no good. Offensive rebound for Barker. Burton, three in the air, off the mark. Man, if that would have went, this whole place would have.
And really, I think this game, it really means quite a bit when you take a look at.
Well, it's an East Carter, West Carter game, man.
Well, even as far as seeding goes, because
it does.
I think would this put it into like almost a three-way tie?
It depends on the district standings, which I if I told you I knew, I'd be like, what a shot on an inbounds play.
Holly Brown
by Brown. East Carter and West Carter's lead extended to 6. One and done. Brown with the rebound. If you're East Carter, you really got to think about getting a timeout in here.
We're under a minute left to go, and I'm sure he's wanting to take it in and save those timeouts for that last quarter.
Well, you've been outscored 14-2.
Yeah, you have to slow down the pace and change the status quo.
Not only change the pace a little bit, and I'm not questioning any type of coaching decision, what it is. You know, I'm not a coach. I don't try to be. I don't apply for the job. But, you know, it gives your players an opportunity to kind of clear their head at the bench a little bit. Rutledge all the way in, up off the glass, no good. Nice take by Rutledge. West Carter, man, shot out of a cannon here in the second half, Jeff. And they've been the aggressor. As you said, it seemed like the roles have kind of flipped here in the second half.
Yeah, because East Carter came out pretty strong right at the very beginning, and then West Carter, after, you know, going down 2-0, went on a 7-0 run. And then East Carter started coming back in that, you know, latter part of the first quarter.
Rutledge gets one of the free throws to go. It's her second. Leads at 5, 36-31. I think this is a huge possession as far as how the game's going to dictate if the Lady Raiders can stop them here or not. Barker gets it down to Burton. As it looks like
just about under 10 seconds left
Burton's
here.
Going to stop and pop and hit. That knee ain't bothering her no more, Jeff.
Nope.
Ahead, long three. Just barely grazes the rim, no good. After three, West Carter with the lead, 39-31. We'll be back on the Coal Hits Sports Network.
Hi, my
My name is Brian Horton, Mission Strategist for the Churches of the Greenup Baptist Association. We exist to revitalize, mobilize, and multiply New Testament churches in Northeast Kentucky and the world. The Churches of the Greenup Association are moving forward together in the Great Commission work. If you live in Lawrence, Boyd, Greenup, Carter, or Elliott counties, I want to invite you to attend one of the Greenup Baptist churches this coming Sunday. Once there, I know you will find a community of people who will welcome you and love you. For more information, go to greenupbaptist.org.
Where does your money go? When you bank with us, your deposit becomes your neighbor's loan. A real estate agent sells a house. They get a commission. They deposit it with us. We use it to make an auto loan to one of our customers. Hometown people helping each other grow. That's what it's all about. First and People's Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC. We are the home office.
Back out here at West Carter High School, Olive Kentucky, John Hawk Brown Court. And if a court could tell stories, Jeff, man, this one sure could. Some very, very good basketball teams have come through this school and playing boys basketball.
Yeah, a lot of history out here.
West Carter will have the ball here as Wagner's checked back in, and kind of a different lineup here for East Carter. Looks like maybe a loose ball there. Be interesting to see where the ball goes. I'm not really sure, and they're going to give it to West Carter. It's hard to tell right there. Nobody could really, I think the officials really couldn't tell either.
Yeah, good job on the officials to communicate that way.
Right.
Because the baseline, that's typically your baseline officials call, and he looked for help, and he knew it's like, hey, I didn't have the angle. What do you got?
Barker inbounds, almost loses it. Gives it to Henderson. Henderson at the free throw line, circles. Now Barker has it in the right corner, tries a ball screen that's batted out of bounds by Moore. Good play by Moore. And I think that's key for East Carter here in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to be able to stop these cutters and step into those passing lanes.
As we was talking about, they've got to get comfortable on that defensive end and get a stop here to start off this fourth quarter.
Close to a 5-second call, and it's going to cause a West Carter turnover. Good defense there by the Lady Raiders. Quickly the other way, Tussey has it. Trying again. Goes all the way in, up off the glass, no good. But Tussey's going to go to the line to try to eat into this 8-point lead. It'll be Brown with a foul. I have her down as 3 now, Jeff. Tussey at the line. First one's away, no good.
64% shooter on the season.
Big time misses down the stretch here.
Yeah, because especially on a close game, your three throws are going to.
Right, and
yeah,
that's
everyone
kind of what
counts.
beat Kentucky when they played Kansas, man. Second one's good. Leads at 7, 39-32. West Carter with the lead. As Jeff had mentioned earlier, this could have district seeding implications. Back to Henderson. Henderson all the way in, guarded by Moore. It's good defense by Moore. Henderson just made a contested shot. Nothing really you can do. Good play by Henderson. Good take by Rutledge all the way in, and she's going to get fouled. Let's see who this goes against. Looks like it might go against Burton. That's her third. Burton out there playing, and man, and especially if you remember when you were a kid out in the yard running around and you hit knee to knee, and if you've been playing any type of basketball or football, you know how that feels. And I believe that's what happened to her in the first half. Rutledge eats into that Comet lead. It's 34 now, 41. Quickly the other way is Henderson. Down low to Kinney, who lays it in. That's Nichols, excuse me. Nichols' first basket here in the fourth quarter. Leads at 9, 43-34. Rutledge at the free throw line, gives it back to Moore. Moore gets it over to, not sure who that number was, but it's stolen away by Burton. From behind, Wagner pokes it loose from Henderson, and Moore runs down the loose ball and hands it to Rutledge. Trying to make this a 7-point lead.
Definitely looks like there's a lid on the basket there tonight. They're going in and out.
Man. First one's away, it's good. We're dealing with teenage kids.
Right.
You know, and so they're consistent. It's, you know, you're not really sure what you're going to do. There's a lot of college things going around, and and you're trying to focus on school while at practice, and it adds for a lot of complications.
I think Wes Carter was wanting a foul on that, but she went down and tried to take a dive there, trying to get the basketball.
East Carter has it. Wagner tries to go baseline, circles off into the middle of the lane, and puts off the glass, no good, gets her on rebound.
Offensive.
And they're going to get an offensive foul. Good play there by Kenny.
That's going to put both teams in the bonus.
You know, I'll tell you, that may have been a little bit of a makeup call there, especially, you know, I couldn't tell what happened on that loose ball, but 30-second timeout, we'll keep it right here. But Wes Carter's fans on their side was very enthusiastic of maybe a shove by a Lady Raider. Either way, the ball never lies and ended up being exactly what it had been the other night. Well, they did it again. Of course, we got a good one here. Final, girls, Ashland 76, Elliott County 36. So, you know, I hate to say it like this, but Elliott County losing kind of benefits both of these teams. I hate to say it like that, but it does.
I think if Elliott County won and if Wes Carter would have won, I think that would have put a three-way tie for the because I think Morgan County would have been you know, number one seed.
Just like you know, a couple of coaches I had growing up, just you control your own destiny. So Barker has it. Nice move by Henderson to just kind of sidestep and couldn't get it to go, but it's going to go back to the Lady Raiders. Wow, that was a heck of a WNBA move right there, wasn't it? I mean, she just kind of weaved through traffic there and
went up and under and all around. And
that's a drill they've practiced for sure. Rutledge into the lane. Nice move by Rutledge off the glass. Gets it to go. And all of a sudden, East Carter's cut that lead down to 5, Jeff.
Every possession is going to matter right here.
And you said it earlier, free throw shooting will be key down the stretch because we're under 5 minutes now. Barker with it, guarded by Hall. Hall's hit 2 big threes in the first half. Now Burton has it, who's been very, very good for the Lady Comets here. Out of Barker. West Carter's being very, very patient this offensive possession. Kind of can feel the East Carter momentum, and they're just kind of taking their time here to. It's 45-38.
She saw that post was empty and just decided to go ahead and drive the lane. Nobody there to back up on the defense.
All the way in, has a shot blocked. I believe that was Burton again.
As we were saying, free throws are going to be important, but both teams right now in the bonus.
Man, Burton's played a heck of a game.
She has. It's one of those that they are definitely glad that she came back.
Yeah, over in the corner. They left a East Carter Lady Raider wide open. And she didn't take the shot. I believe that was Adams. Adams all the way in, up off the glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Wagner and Henderson comes down with it. Henderson gives it to Barker, who just put 2 big points. Wagner's not going to like it, but kind of let Kenny get a little bit of possession there.
Yep, she's setting to get Nichols in the lane to shoot.
Looking to go coast to coast, gets it into Bishop, all the way back out to Adams for a 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Good offensive rebound by Hall. Hall gives it back to Adams. Adams trying to get a little separation here, gets it to, I believe that is, they're going to call a foul or out of bounds here. They get a foul. Free throws for both teams remaining in the way, Jeff.
That's West Carter's 9th foul, so on the next one it will be the double bonus.
We spoke about it, missed free throws. Almost thrown away. Kenny regains possession. Let's see how urgent or patient West Carter is here. Holding that 7-point lead as we're under 3 minutes or under 3.5 to play. Ball almost thrown away, ran down by Barker. Henderson has it, and then
West Carter.
And it is batted away. Adams is going to run it down. Actually, it's Hall. Gives it to Bishop. Bishop will take a mid-range jump shot off the front of the rim. No good. A missed opportunity there for the Lady Raiders. And it looks like they're going to get Kenny with a foul. No, let's see. What are they going to call here?
Full timeout.
Full timeout. We'll take a break here on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
addition to the Greenup location, Stultz Pharmacy's newest location is at 437 James Hanna Drive in South Shore, but has retained the name you know and love, McDonald Pharmacy, with the same great service you'll find in the Greenup location, with free delivery service and their convenient drive-thru. Get your vaccinations and allergy shots, and of course, great prescription service at Stultz Pharmacy in Greenup and McDonald Pharmacy, James Hanna Drive, South Shore.
Stultz Pharmacy.
I'm April Perry, the CEO of Kentucky Farmers Bank. On average, our employees have been with Kentucky Farmers Bank for over 10 years, and that is important to you and us. We want you to know who you are dealing with. Whether you are financing a new home, buying a car, or remodeling your kitchen, Kentucky Farmers Bank is the better bank for all your needs.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for all your financial needs since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back out here at West Carter High School, Olivefield, Kentucky. As we're down the backstretch here, Jeff, as West Carter is trying to put a period on a district and rivalry win here on John Hawk Brown Court. Kind of trying to return the favor to East Carter. And of course, East Carter got the better of the Comets earlier this season down in Grayson. And it's kind of been that type of rivalry, man, as these teams have kind of went back and forth over the years. And no exceptions here tonight. Burton has the ball, who's played a heck of a game for the Lady Comets. And talk about the athletic programs. I know it's a little off topic, but both schools, man, historically have had awesome athletic programs. You talk about on the girls' side for West Carter, they're always really good at volleyball. Always really good at volleyball. Region threat to win volleyball. Girls' basketball, no exception. Very, very good. Sports that you really wouldn't think about that they're very good in. And the strides that West Carter has made academically. Their academic team's been successful. And for East Carter, man, look at what Tim Champlin's done down there and what Cole Bramer's done down there. And look at the girls' team this year, man. I believe they won 1 or 2 games last year. And here they are with 8 wins this year. I believe it's been I wouldn't call it a disappointing year. Rutledge has it. Hall,
definitely not.
That's the ball still loose, and Kenny comes out with it and gets to Barker. Critical turnover there, Jeff. East Carter just has not looked comfortable the entire second half. They just haven't.
Trying to double team up on the point guard.
Nice set by West Carter. Henderson lays it off the glass and in. Leads at 11, largest of the game, as Rutledge takes it all the way in up the glass and no good, but she is fouled. I believe this is going to go against Burton.
And so really, this is going to be that both teams are going to be shooting 2 the rest of the way, because West Carter's got 10 fouls. East Carter here with 9.
Rutledge's first is good. That's Burton's 4th, by the way. Yeah, I think we spoke a little bit about it in the pregame. It's consistency, and I think that's what kind of where both programs are headed. And you've seen glimpses of it tonight. At times, West Carter looked like they've just been a world beater tonight, and at times East Carter's looked like they've been a world beater tonight. So, and you might think that the game's over with right now. I'm telling you, me and Jeff have been doing this a long time, and we've seen crazier things, haven't we?
Oh, much bigger leads has dwindled away to nothing within the last minute of a game.
Absolutely. You just never know, especially when these two teams get together.
Well, and East Carter's been hitting their 3 throws, too.
They have. Nice offensive rebound. Adams has a step back. It looks like a long 2 as her foot was on the line. Off the backboard, no good. They're going to get a foul, I believe, on East Carter. It's going to go against Boggs. As every empty possession for the Lady Raiders kind of seals their fate a little bit, I guess you would say.
Yeah, and it's something that you don't have to get it back all in one possession.
And I think that is, and I'm guilty of that too a little bit, So first one's away, it's good. Man, Burton, I know that I keep giving her praise, but went down hard there in the first half, and man, she came back harder in the second half and has played really, really well for the Lady Comets. Second one's away, and it is good.
Yeah, definitely not looking like a 56% free throw shooter on the year. Definitely cranking out those numbers.
Turnover.
And you can't tell if it's the frustration starting to set in or desperation.
I think it's a little of both, Jeff, and that comes with a rivalry. And East Carter's been very, very good at times this year, and you can't just reflect on a whole season after one half of play. If you're just joining us, East Carter led by 6 at the half. It's only managed to get 12 points here in the second half, and it seems like like Jeff says, the lid's been put underneath the basket, and sometimes that just happens.
Yeah, because that ball has been in the cylinder, I can't tell you how many times tonight, and has just popped right back out of the jar.
You know, I did a game in wide open underneath the basket, off the glass and in. Very good play.
That was a good job on taking the time, making sure the basket went in.
And that's one of those things, man. I did a East Carter boys game early this year. We were down in Estill County, did the Engineer Railroad Classic. East Carter looked very good the first 2 days they were there. The third day there, they couldn't shoot nothing. Yep. I mean, and it wasn't like tonight, man. None of their shots were even close. So, when you're dealing with 15, 16, 17, and 18-year-old kids, you're going to have nights like that, and that's just part of it.
And this 3 there by East Carter, then foul coming in on the backside there. I think that's number 42 who they're going to call that in on.
I'll say this, though, Jeff. On boys and girls, we're seeing more middle school players make an appearance on these varsity-level games.
Well, I think some of your best players that come around has played a long time, or on the varsity squad for a long time. You look at Wes Carter, Penny Gearhart. Where did she start out? Middle school. I mean, she was like in 6th, 7th grade and was sitting on the varsity bench.
Right, and you got to think one more recent players, most successful players, Colin Porter.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get a Raiders foul here. Looks like Barker was able to get the defensive rebound. And the thing we talked a little bit about in the pregame is neither team has even given an inch to either one of these. Neither team has given up at all tonight, and I think that's just very, very tough girls, man, and you didn't expect anything less here in a rivalry game.
Yeah, they're putting everything they've got out on the court there tonight.
Sometimes you wake up and Jeff, you wake up every morning because you're a teacher out here at West Carter High School, and sometimes you just don't have it that day. Yep. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Sometimes, Kentucky lost to South Carolina earlier this year. Sometimes you just don't have it. But give West Carter credit, man. They have played extremely well tonight. Henderson and Burton and Crew and Kinney and Barker, they've been very, very efficient tonight. And East Carter will be just fine. They'll regroup. And one thing that if I could change, though, Jeff, I wish the regular season carried more weight than just having district tournament seeding.
Yep.
I think that, but technically, I know this has never happened, but technically, hypothetically, a team could literally go winless the entire regular season, win one game in a district tournament, and they're playing in Moorhead.
Exactly. And then you take a look at that, and someone asks, a lot of times those teams will get blown out in their opening game, and then someone says, well, how could they let that happen?
Yeah.
A one-win team get in there.
Well, and I think in football you've got even more of a valid argument. If you're a winless football team, you have no business playing the number 1 seed in your district, because at that point, if you're winless, you're just going to get kids hurt.
Right.
And at that point, you're just worried about the safety of the children. And, a couple of years ago, I believe we had one of the worst teams in 6A play Trinity, and the score was 63-0 at half. Well, how does that benefit either school?
No. And actually, I think that there's been a trend more, I think, at this year of teams forfeiting.
Right, and you see more teams dropping out of district because their hands are kind of forced, man. They got to protect their kids before they worry about winning games.
Of course, speaking about football out there, I mean, we're going to have East-West in the same district this upcoming year.
We will, and that'll be awesome. And I think that, I think that's going to put the period on the game tonight. West Carter's winners over East Carter, 55-44. We'll be back on the Cool Hits Sports Network.
Hey, I'm Erin.
And I'm Michael. Come see us at Bowman's.
Bowman's can do frame repair. They have a downdraft bake oven for a factory paint finish. And they get your vehicle back to its pre-accident condition with qualified iCar Gold certified technicians. Bowman's is also an ASE certified mechanical shop, providing transmission flushes, steering and suspension services, AC service, oil changes, and tune-ups. That's Bowman's Auto Service, Lexington Avenue in Flatwoods. Call 836-0837. Visit Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson for the best selection of clothing for boys and girls, including newborns. Eastside Kids Boutique has affordable clothing for every season, including t-shirts, sweaters, hats, and more. Eastside Kids Boutique even has items for that special lady in your life, including home decor, clothing, jewelry, accessories, gift baskets, and more. That's Eastside Kids Boutique, 603 East Main Street in Grayson. Call 606-475-1683 or visit them on Facebook, Eastside Kids Boutique in Grayson.
Hello, I'm Michael Bowling, Senior Vice President of Kentucky Farmers Bank. When you do business with Kentucky Farmers Bank, you're making an investment in your community. Your money stays local, we never sell your loan, and in turn, we invest in local families, churches, schools, and charities. We believe in our community, and that's why we are the better bank for loans.
Kentucky Farmers Bank, the better bank for loans since 1931. Located in Ashland, Summit, and Catlettsburg. KentuckyFarmersBank.com, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
For those on the go, the smoothie connoisseur, the break room favorite, and for those that just never quite have it all, Clark's has what you need to keep your day on track. Make life easier and keep your busy schedule moving forward with everything you need at Clark's. Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
Hey fans, would you do anything to support your team? What about switching your checking account? With Ashland Credit Union's debit card, you can support your favorite team without changing your spending habits. Every time you make an eligible purchase with your debit card, Ashland Credit Union donates 10 cents on your behalf to the Senior Assistance Program. So come on in and sign up for your team debit card at Ashland Credit Union, 1300 Central Avenue in Ashland. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
When you want real, authentic Mexican menu items, you want Tres Hermanos Nunez. Accept no substitutes. None compares. Fajitas, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, chimichangas, even vegetarian choices. A kids menu, desserts and salads, a tasty, budget-pleasing selection for you and your family, unlike any others. Should be your first and only choice for authentic Mexican all throughout the tri-state. Ashland, Greenup, Grayson, Paintsville, Canova, South Point, Olive Hill, and Cannonsburg. Tres Hermanos Nunez, the best around.
Doubt, stress, anxiety, frustration, that was yesterday. Today is your day to get back on track to a brighter future. At Ashland Community and Technical College, we're open and ready to help now. With ridiculously affordable, amazingly flexible classes that can lead to highly paid positions in IT, healthcare, and more. The real world's tough, but not as tough as you. Visit kctcs.edu/findyourcareer.
Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, is a locally owned pharmacy devoted to providing excellent customer service. Not found at the chain drug stores, Gillum Drug carries over-the-counter meds, wonderful seasonal decor, creek bottom candles, jewelry, and specializes in skincare products. Gillum Drug offers allergy shots and all immunizations with no appointment needed, and Gillum Drug will treat you like family. Stop by today and experience it. Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, next to Domino's.
Back out here at West Carter High School, Olive Hill, Kentucky, we've got a final. West Carter Lady Raiders victors over the East Carter Lady Raiders, 55-44. And Jeff, it was a kind of a seesaw game there, but give West Carter credit down at the end, especially there, mostly the entire second half. East Carter never really looked comfortable.
Right. You can tell it on both the offensive and defensive ends. On the defense, there was a couple times I would see that somebody would lose their man out there. And it's like they would, we even mentioned at one time that they went and they triple teamed the ball
and
handler.
then Henderson standing underneath the basket wide open. And the East Carter coaches will go back, they'll watch the tape, they'll get it fixed. And I think that it's human reaction and it's natural to just say, okay, this is what we have now. And listen, like me and Jeff said, you're dealing with young kids, and anytime you deal with young kids, inconsistencies will happen. Both of these teams will be just fine, and especially with Elliott County losing tonight, it helps both of those squads. We hope. Me and Jeff's going to be down there. We hope to see both of these teams down at Moorhead.
Yeah, and there's no doubt that there's going to be an opportunity for at least one of them. It depends on how the draw comes and everything else. The worst thing that we always hated to see here was an East-West first round in the district.
And unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast.
Right.
But based off the first two matchups that we saw, flip a coin.
Yeah.
West Carter give them credit, man. They came out and they played better than East Carter did in the second half. Now, next time they play, East Carter might win by 20.
Yeah, because, you're talking about going down to Morgan County at this point in time.
Right. And Morgan County, man, let me tell you something. I got to see them earlier this year. They got a 2,000-point score on their team. Morgan County got good guard play, man. Speaking of Morgan County, last update I got, East Carter's boys were trailing by 3. Let's see, 3:23 left in the game. Morgan County 44, East Carter 41. Winner of that, Morgan County has to win that game to tie East Carter for first place.
Right.
I just got a final. Morgan County 51, East Carter 48, so that gives them a tie in that district. And I guess they do a coin flip, don't they?
I'm going to assume it.
Didn't they do that last year?
I think so, because there was a lot of teams that ended up right in on the same record.
Right.
And then it was, you had a coin flip to who was going to be, the number 1 versus the number 2. But then you look at the other side on who you're going to be playing as well.
Right.
You've got an Elliott County team, been having a rough season themselves. West Carter, the boys a lot like the girls, but you can never tell what's going to happen with them. And really, you're hoping to be that number 1 seed that way. So, you don't want to say, oh, we're going to take on Elliott County and, that's going to be, an automatic win. Because, Elliott County can surprise you.
So, with the Morgan County win tonight, as you just spoke, it gives more percentage in the favor of, guys, we might see an East Carter, West Carter matchup there in the first round of the district tournament. You never know, especially because I believe West Carter has beaten Elliott County a couple of times this year already in district play.
Yeah, because I know they beat them here at West.
Yeah,
and I was thinking that they were playing.
You just you hate to see that if you're just an avid fan of Carter County athletics. You want to see both teams go to the regional tournament, and but you never know. What if East Carter wins the coin flip and they play Elliott in the first game? You just never know. And in March, we've seen crazier things. So,
and it's going to be late into the regular season before we get this figured out, because I think the Elliott County West Carter game was canceled due to weather this week.
And so was Raceland East Carter, and we played it last night.
Right.
We played it last night. Of course, East Carter were victors in that game. Man, I appreciate you having me here tonight. It's actually the first basketball game I've ever called inside Hot Brown Court, and this gymnasium, I truly enjoyed it. And think about Carter County. It doesn't matter if you support East. It doesn't matter if you support West. The fans are going to be here. And listen, this is the way I tell everybody that don't understand this rivalry. It doesn't matter if East and West were playing checkers in a Cracker Barrel somewhere in Tennessee.
Yep.
Their fans will be there, and they'll be avid about who wins.
Oh, exactly. We were kind of joking earlier, said, used to, there was the old car wash around here that would get a whole lot of action. Now, I'm kind of dating myself on this. These younger kids are probably like, oh, you mean Rayburn's car wash down there? And it's like, no, not that one. It was the Mike Flannery car wash. Or Flandry's car wash, and used to, it got a lot of action after East-West games.
Every school kind of has that. Of course, I'm a Russell grad, so we had Church House Hill.
Right.
And then when we were at Fairview, I actually transferred from Fairview to Russell. We had Behind the Westwood Boys Club. So there's always that one place, and the cops are smart now because all these kids have smartphones. So anytime there's a fight, guess where it's going?
Yeah. The first thing they do is they add location services to where it's at. It's like
exactly,
reporting live. live, or here we are live right at.
Well, I'll tell you
this
what,
place.
it wouldn't take a genius to figure out you're at the car wash or behind the boys' club.
Well, that's true. But back then, if you wanted to take a picture of it, you had to finish off the roll, send it off to, well, we used to have the Sundry store here in town.
Yeah.
And a different day and age. And, and of course, like we said, too, with social media and everything, even though that there is heated rivalries between these two, I don't want to
Mutual respect.
Yeah, there's respect. And a lot of these players, of course, I'm really not
it's
paying
not like
too much
it
out
was,
there.
man. They're friends.
Yeah, well, it's like they know each other.
Yeah, well, they do. Everybody knows everybody now because everybody's friends with everybody on Facebook.
Right.
And so you kind of feel, you get a vibe of somebody's personality by just what they post.
Right.
So, but Jeff, I appreciate you having me here. I want to thank the Carter County Board of Education, West Carter High School, and East Carter High School. This has been a presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.
Thank you very much. Good night. God bless you all.
If you're looking for the best pizza in Carter County, look no further than Tyler's Pizza. Also be sure to check out our daily lunch specials, wings, salads, subs, sandwiches, dinners, sides, desserts, and our world-famous Thai Zone. Tyler's Pizza, 120 Cross Street, Olive Hill, Kentucky. Phone number 606-286-4583. Tyler's Pizza is a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Pure Country Chevrolet in Grayson is working hard every day buying and trading for the nicest used vehicles in the area. With over 150 used cars in our huge dealer inventory, odds are we'll have the car you want at the price you need. And as always, we'll buy your vehicle even if you don't buy one of ours. We also have new rides arriving daily, so come out. Look us over for your next auto need. With 4 locations, we're easy to get to, so don't wait. Come and let us help you have the vehicle you deserve at the best deal every time. On the web, purecountryauto.com, or call us 606-474-5116. Pure Country Chevrolet, find new roads.
The award-winning florist All That Blooms has a new location, 402 East Main Street, across from Pritchard Elementary in Grayson, with gifts for all occasions including birthdays, sympathy, holidays, and anniversaries. Shop Monday and Tuesday 9 to 5, Wednesday 9 to 2, Thursday 9 to 5, and Saturday 9 to noon, closed on Sunday. Call 474-0390 for All That Blooms at 402 East Main, your full-service florist serving Grayson and surrounding areas. Check them out on Facebook, allthatblooms.com. That's BLOOMZ.
Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, is a locally owned pharmacy devoted to providing excellent customer service, not found at the chain drug stores. Gillum Drug carries over-the-counter meds, wonderful seasonal decor, creek bottom candles, jewelry, and specializes in skincare products. Gillum Drug offers allergy shots and all immunizations with no appointment needed, and Gillum Drug will treat you like family. Stop by today and experience it. Gillum Drug, 1237 Carter Avenue, Ashland, next to Domino's.
Hey, this is Greg Gibson with Greg Gibson Insurance, and just an announcement, I'm retiring from Major League Baseball. This will be my final season. After 24 years as Major League umpire, I'm ready to become a full-time insurance guy. So anyway, if you haven't heard about us, check us out on the web, www.greggibsoninsurance.com. Give us a call today. Stop by. We'd love to talk to you about your insurance. Give us a call today. It's Greg Gibson Insurance, helping you make the right call.
We can dig it at Callahan Excavating. If you need drainage work, demolition work, mobile home lot preparation, pond cleaning, slip repairs, service line installation, parking lot or driveway work, or help with many other projects, contact Callahan Excavating at 606-225-0570. Callahan Excavating are proud supporters of local high school sports. With winter around the corner, it's time to tame or to remove those trees that could damage your property and cost you thousands of dollars in repairs. Don't wait until it's too late. Call the tree experts at Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal at 606-356-8850 to schedule your free estimate. Orcutt's Tree Service and Stump Removal in Olive Hill, Kentucky are proud sponsors of local high school sports.
We all embark on times in our lives when we could use a little help. Whether you need support caring for a senior, an adult with a disability, a veteran, or a loved one recovering from surgery or other health events, First Light Home Care is here for you. When you choose First Light, you get more than a caregiver. Schedule a complimentary consultation by calling 606-393-0669 for companion care and personal care. First Light Home Care is here for you.
At James Do It Best Hardware, we are not just another hardware store, we are your hometown home improvement partners, offering personalized service to help you get the job done right the first time. We are also your local steel dealer. At James Do It Best Hardware, our people make the difference.
I love James Do It Best Hardware Store.
James Do It Best Hardware, 137 Scott Street in Olive Hill, Kentucky.
When you shop Grayson Sporting Goods, you're supporting a great family-owned business with new owners and team sales. To celebrate, get all your high school gear, including high school spirit wear. Grayson Sporting Goods also does embroidery and vinyl transfers. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, and Saturday, 10 to 3. Check with Grayson Sporting Goods for extended seasonal hours.
Watching another exciting high school basketball contest on the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV. Tonight's game was brought to you in part by Clark's Pump and Shops of the Tri-State, River Cities Builders, A&A Porta Potties, Stoll's Pharmacy, Greg Gibson Insurance, Callahan's Excavate, James Do It Best Hardware, Ashland Credit Union, Trace Hermanos Mexican Restaurant, Members Choice Credit Union, Ashland Community and Technical College, the Greenup Baptist Association, First and People's Bank, Kentucky Farmers Bank, Pure Country Automotive, Graceland Christian Church, Orcut Tree Services, Gillum Drug, All That Blooms, Grayson Sporting Goods, Bowman's Auto and Collision Center, East Side Kids Boutique, First Light Home Care, and Tyler's Pizza. This broadcast of high school basketball has been an exclusive sports presentation of the Cool Hit Sports Network and Cool TV.